Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. It's Friday, so why not? But I want to bring your attention to a show that I'm going to be having tonight. It's going to be very interesting. I'm encouraging all of you, those of you that are listening to this video, to tune in tonight, because perhaps this might be some of the reason why we have all of the mess that is going on in our own country, because you have to listen to these things. These things, the trouble we've been having in Liberia didn't start overnight. These are things that's been happening from time to time. There are those who came before us, past generation, failed to recognize these things, and will continue to repeat them, and because we ourselves have not yet able to recognize and see if these things can be rectified, so that this country, beautiful country of ours, can be built just by our hands as Liberian. Doesn't matter who you are at this point. Concord country, it doesn't even exist anymore. We're all one another. We're all one country, one people. But if we do not understand why these things are happening to us, we're most likely not going to be able to find solution. So I ask you tonight to join me.
Yet, how does one begin to help people who swim on their own flooded streets to voting booths to vote incompetent criminals back into office?
Yes, that is a big question we all have to answer. How do you help people who will go to the voting booth swimming in their own flooded streets just to vote people in offices who are incompetent? And those incompetent people that are being voted in offices will also appoint people who are also incompetent. So this is like a big deal. How do we help our brothers and sisters to make sure that their voting rights are utilized effectively? They have the voting cards. They must be told how important their voting cards are to all of us. And so I'm saying, those of us that have this platform, this is not time for hate. You don't come into this because you hate. You must do all you can to educate the voters themselves, how important their voting cards are. Because of their vote, our leaders will be able to do what is right for our people. Join me this evening as I try to explore this particular question, and many more that will be coming. Join me this evening at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, where we will take on this question and be able to see how much we can go. With your help, we, the Liberian people, will be able to educate our brothers and sisters that have the right to vote whoever they want, but they must do so with responsibility. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. Thank you very much.
C'est autiste-vraiment, encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il va Sylvie, il a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué, t'as bien de moi avec nous deux. En ce moment, on va battre au moins un ou. Mon temps dit est à mon mouillé, mais ça va bien pour moi, il pleure. Tout là, l'occasion.
Doing anything that people get amended, and there will be from 2005 to date. We're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. You understand? So you don't need to fight. You don't need to destroy your country. You don't need to even condemn your country. You have to be inspired, peacefully, and then convince the people, persuade people. Politics is about persuasion, and it's about what you have done for your people. I have done so much that I don't need pay for. You know why I don't need pay for? Because Liberians love me and they promoted me when I was on a soccer page. You know what I'm saying? And they were proud to be Liberian when I was on the soccer page. And I've done my best for my country. I'm a former peace ambassador. It doesn't matter what people say. I'm on record.
Ìyàwó abẹ́lá lókè yóò níbi tó jọba ẹ̀ níbi tó yànba máa ti sùnmọ̀ pé yóò máa jẹ́ jíjí wọ́n pè sàmẹ́ fọ́sẹ̀ o sí ti connect. L'animateur Choco Noska Yasin de Toyebi l'homme a tout fait pour mi vito Aniche les vœux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, are largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have road? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
But we will prosecute and will confiscate assets that people steal and acquire by illicit means. I often say that in Liberia, when people get caught, they send their wife, they send their children, they send their relatives, whatever, to come and beg. I'm saying the Liberian people, don't come and beg. You know, don't come and tell me, oh, stand to help you get elected. He talked nice about you on the radio station. Now you're stealing, so forgive him. Stanley should have known when he was stealing that we're going to punish him. So there's going to be consequences. That's the first thing. Then we have to make sure we're paying people a living wage. So we did the arithmetic, we did the math in 2017 that when you look at policeman's salary or healthcare worker's salary or teacher's salary, by the middle of the month, the money finished. By the time they pay rent, they buy food, they pay the children tuition, and of course, they're not going to starve, right? So the policeman will pull you over, the teacher will accept bribe, they change grades.
Costs are. Because of their vote, our leaders will be able to do what is right for our people. Join me this evening as I try to explore this particular question and many more that will be coming. Join me this evening at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, where we will take on this question and be able to see how much we can go. With your help, we, the Liberian people, will be able to educate our brothers and sisters that have the right to vote whoever they want, but they must do so with responsibility. This is Samson told, Liberian Public Radio. Thank you very much.
C'est aussi encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas voulu que nous quand il y a Sylvie il y a quoi que j'ai vous fait presse l'Amérique n'a pas voulu que t'as bien de moi avec nous en ce moment on va battre au moins Montagne d'hier, t'as mon mounier, on s'abat des frères, moi, il pleure. Abela Lokenyo.
Without doing anything, the people getting amended. And there will be from 2005 to date. Without doing anything, I've done something. Trust me, I'll be re-elected. You understand? So you don't need to fight. You don't need to destroy your country. You don't need to even condemn your country. You have to be inspired, peacefully, and then convince the people, persuade people. Politics is about persuasion, and it's about what you have done for your people. I have done so much that I don't need pay for. You know why I don't need pay for? Because Liberians loved me and they promoted me when I was on a soccer page. You know what I'm saying? And they were proud to be Liberian when I was on the soccer page. And I've done my best for my country. I'm a former peace ambassador. It doesn't matter what people say. I'm on record.
Abela Lokenyo, Mivito Jogbai, Mivito Noba, Martissimo Kenyo, Manager Gigi, Web page jamais forcé ou si tu connais, tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noska Yassen de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniche les deux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, are largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have roads? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
But we'll prosecute and we'll confiscate assets that people steal and acquire by illicit means. I often say that in Liberia, when people get caught, they send their wife, they send their children, they send their relatives, whatever, to come and beg. I'm saying the Liberian people, don't come and beg. You know, don't come and tell me, oh, stand to help you get elected. He talked nice about you on the radio station. Now he's stealing, so forgive him. Stanley should have known when he was stealing that we're going to punish him. So there's going to be consequences. That's the first thing. Then we have to make sure we're paying people a living wage. So we did the arithmetic, we did the math in 2017 that when you look at policeman's salary or healthcare worker's salary or teacher's salary, by the middle of the month, the money finished. By the time they pay rent, they buy food, you know, they pay the children tuition, and of course, they're not going to starve, right? So the policeman will pull you over, the teacher will accept bribe, they change grades.
Let's try it again. Let me try again. Guess it was muted. Let's try it again. Let's see. Because we're a little bit delay. Okay, we're on. Okay. All right. Okay. I think we're on. Again, Samson told Liberian Public having some serious equipment here. Disregard the comment that was made earlier. Show on. We delete that comment. Okay, folks. Samson told Liberian Public Radio we're having some serious equipment here, but that again, we can fool around with these things here from time to time. What was happening was, and I will explain it to you. Not that you don't need to know. And I upgraded my equipment here, and I'm sorry that the machine. And let me just show you here. I hope I don't mess it up. This is about $1,500 equipment, and put it up. Have everything set, but I have to bring in another equipment that will let me access my old programs with this program, where this program you can do a lot of stuff with. It's a very new brand new stuff here. And so when we did that, it went behind and was unable to capture our mic. This mic is connected to this, but in the system itself, I have to program that to be able to call this mic name into the program. And that I was not able to do yesterday. I didn't recognize that yesterday, and now today I have, and thank God we're on. So let's get it going. Safety, Jesus. We want to thank you for this wonderful, wonderful day. We want to thank you for the knowledge that you have given us. We want to thank you for everything else that you have done for us. My Lord, thank you. Please, my Lord, bless the country, the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. Bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Folks, at this time, we're a little bit behind time here. So please give me a few more minutes. I've already connected everything. Now, when I'm done, I have to go back there and just keep remembering to remind myself whenever I come, I have to go deep into the system. And I think it might be some issue here from time to time, but I'll fix those things. What one Samson can fix, my people? Man, bigger man. I can fix. I fix it. So we're on. Thank you. Please share this video. Please share. It's very important. Tonight program is going to be a little bit deeper. Mr. So is on assignment, and he's not here tonight. And hopefully he will be back here maybe by Sunday. And I'm saying maybe because I have not talked to him since the assignment was given to him. And so he will be back very shortly. He will be back. He's okay. Everybody's okay. The entire family, every one of us were fine. Let us continue to pray for one another. But he's on an assignment. So what I'm going to do tonight, there's certain thing that is happening. Monday, we will discuss the drug case in Liberia. It's a disgrace for all of us Liberians, and it's something that we shouldn't be proud of. I thought the justice system in Liberia was equipped to handle most of these cases, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to be the case. So we will talk about that, but it'll be Monday, and I will discuss it Monday. Those of you that are with us tonight, we say thank you very much for staying with us. Even though we had issue yesterday, we came back on, apologize. But what fooled me though, now to come to think about it, what fooled me was when I came back on last night and apologized, made my apologies, but I didn't go deep into the system, the computer system itself that will allow me to capture this mic, even though it's in my brand new $1,000+ equipment here. But when I connect it to that system, the computer system have to recognize it, the name that I give it on this new one. You want to know the name I give it here? Catfish hair. And the computer system was not able to recognize catfish hair. So I got to go in and tell you that, look, man, that catfish hair, that Maria catfish hair, don't come fool around with. But anyway, on a very serious note, the computer have everything's correct. But we have some serious conversation here tonight. And I'll be sharing this thing here later on to the panelists. Those who are going to be joining me will do so. But we have some serious issue that is happening in Liberia. On the drug issue, as I stated, we will discuss that Monday because I want to go a little bit deeper and be able to have some serious information, some question that I have. I want to answer those things before I come out here to you and try to tell you what is happening. But in the meantime, let's talk about Liberian politics. I mean, we can do that here without even I can come from my sleep and still talk about it. And so, but something interesting is happening. It seemed to me from yesterday to today, it seemed to me CDC is in serious trouble when people look. I've been doubting this thing because I believe that President Weah is popular. You know me, I've been saying this, that President Weah is popular, and in order to defeat him in Liberia, you're going to have to do it massively. You're going to, not 10% will work. 10% will not work. For 10% winning will not work for Ambassador Weah. You can't beat him by 10%, then claim a leadership. It's not going to happen. You got to do it more. But from what I'm listening, from what I'm reading, from what I'm seeing, I think they're in trouble. Day before yesterday, and one of the interesting things that is happening to CDC. What is happening with CD? Let me send this list. That I will send you guys this stuff. Just give me a minute. Let me do my monologue and I'll send it to you guys. Okay. So what I think is happening with CDC, folks, is this. CDC, for some reason, the fact that the smartness of and political smartness of Nathaniel McGill is truly on display for all of us to see. Nathaniel McGill is not there, and things are not happening. I thought perhaps they will let loose Monuba Molu and not hold him just as chairman, because when Monuba Molu is loose to talk, things happen. But if he sit there as a chairman, hoping to make all of the decision here, because then he can't be saying this and saying that. Because when he speak the chair, but I think at this time he should suspend his chairmanship and become the mouthpiece of CDC. He did it before and brought CDC to power. He needs to get back into that again. Other than that, their messaging process is getting convoluted. Let's put it this way. So day before yesterday, they brought in Eugene Namwe, who spoke a bunch of real book, questioning the rescue mission of Unity Party, that when we were in there, Ambassador Waka didn't do anything. He had over 30 some more $1 million he didn't rescue nothing. He didn't even rescue little towns or what have you. He took a jab, but he took the jab from an intellectual perspective. And that's not what's happening. You need somebody, not just from an intellectual perspective, but someone who can go inside as well. Okay? Not the like of Eugene Falcon, no, not that kinds of yaba tabata. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean some little finesse and some factual information. Then today, what we're reading now, current Vice President Madam Julia Howard Taylor is taking shots as Unity Party to say Liberian, you might not be fooled, because Ambassador Bakai, when he died, I don't know why people think he's going to die of it. But I will go. That will be my subject tonight. But he died. Prince Johnson will be ruling this country. So Ambassador Bakai, Vice President Taylor now is making Prince Johnson the Buku man. So if you vote for a Unity Party, then you're voting for Frank Johnson to be president. I mean, if you link those two together, very interesting, very interesting. But what I want to talk about tonight, before I share this video, before I share this, it's about this. Okay, it's about this. On Front Page Africa, today, they have this topic conversation, and it's deep. It's deep. It is not just something that you should take lightly. And there are people who are standing good chances of being something that it was not intended for. it's very interesting. The political dynamic that is happening in Liberia right now is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So on Front Page Africa, okay, Front Page Africa, they have this situation where they're saying Ambassador Bakai, and I listened to that tape during the how do you call it, the lawmaker, their staff, legislature staff, when they went and pledged their support for Unity Party. During that time, Senator Yumble Kanka Lawrence made a statement, and I'm just paraphrasing her, to say from now on we're going to let the statement Ambassador Bakajo just said that we're going to campaign for him. Until, in fact, he most likely not going to say anything according to the story now, until it's time to be inducted into office. And the vice presidential candidate also pick a bike on Senator Lawrence, making that same statement. So I thought within myself that these two people should, in case, God forbid, we will continue to pray for Ambassador Baka. He will be fine. He will step in and stabilize this ship. God will be with him. But they're saying the story is, God forbid, if anything were to happen to him, these two people stand to benefit, not negatively, not because of that they're saying, but then when they campaign, in the process of campaigning, people are recognizing them. However, they went a little bit deeper. They went a little bit deeper in terms of medical condition and what have you. And that did not sit well with me, because I don't think it's their business to diverge into diverge the medical history or medical condition of Ambassador Baga to anybody. But it's in the paper, and so we're reading it from that perspective. When I'm here to say to people, I am not a medical practitioner. I don't know anything about medicine, but this is what the story was, and I'm just reading it from there. Okay, instead of Ambassador Baka being at that staffer endorsement process, he was not there. So they're saying that Ambassador Baka should have had some medical process in June. June, it says, because they give him certain time. So June, according to the story, is the last date or last month. Not that something going to happen to him, but that's when the process is going to last. He should have done this some time ago, but he figured within himself, according to the story, that if he had done that process, that procedure, it would have taken 3 to 6 months. And he thought that probably would not permit him to do what he did and what people are doing now. So then I go back to my old selfish self to say, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine having the two statements, as I stated before? I'm going through that again tonight. At this point, where people are now questioning Ambassador Bakai medical condition, and from what the story that I was reading, if those stories are factual, then we have some serious issue. If this story about his medical condition, if it's factual, then we have some serious issue. But when you call these people to come and help you out to dispel some of these rumors and things that are going, nobody wants to talk to you. So we'll just do what we can. Not that we have not reached out to Ambassador Baka people. We have. Nobody wants to talk to us, especially me. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna go into anything else. Maybe I don't have money to pay them, and definitely I don't have money to pay it. I don't even have money anyway. Okay, so but the point now is, when I read this story today, I thought with myself, what if this have held? Then hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. So I was saying, what if we have this with all of these things that are happening with Ambassador Waka, medical condition, as people are saying, then perhaps Honorable Kumi would have been worrying about his running mate condition, but at the same time, people were going to be looking up to him as the next stabilizer. But as it is now, if that happened, what happened? Then you have Rescue 1, Rescue 2, and the mother of Rescue taking charge of this whole political issue. Because Ambassador Waka, according to the story, is not doing that great. That's what people are saying. And that's what the story was about. Okay? So now let's flip a little bit now. Let's flip it now. So if this story holds, and we shall pray that it won't, because some of us will be hurt. God forbid, will be hurt seriously. So I pray that this story will not hold. But I'm just basing my conversation tonight based on the assumption, and if they read the article here that I'm reading from Page Africa, by the way. So if that happens, if this then becomes the case, so here is the issue. Now, Honorable Cummings perhaps stand a chance if Ambassador Waka is unable to continue. Because to say that Senator Nyambli and Senator Cohn going to take charge to run the campaign, Liberian will ask question, where is Ambassador Waka? Because if they start seeing Senator Nyambli and Senator Cohn going from county to county, sooner or later people are going to start asking questions. And if Ambassador Waka, because of medical condition, is unable to step in and perform, then people are going to start asking questions. Then I also say, and I'm leaping. Then it's easy for me now to say that then Honorable Cummings stands a chance. Remember now, the collaborating political party, the feelings of many Liberians of being rejected by their split is still there. But if Cummings, who was then people were looking up to him to be the vice presidential candidate of that team, if an Honorable Waka, with this medical this medical story that I'm reading here, if it is true, then it stands to reason that Cummings then will benefit. Because now people are going to say, okay, we wanted Cummings and Waka is not able now to perform. Jeremiah Kuhn told us he wasn't with these people from the beginning. He said he met them halfway. So now, would the people say then would they petition Senator Nyambli to join Cummings, which most likely will not going to happen. But here's the other interesting thing here now. If that's the case, if that happens, then the political star of this young lady will be going. Look, the thing that is happening right now in Liberia, check us out. Chess game is what's happening right now in Liberia. And those of us who consider ourselves political junkie, this is very interesting. Very interesting. Because this young lady, if she was to fully run as seeking representative position in Nimakana, in Grand Bassa, she's going to win. But all of these things that I just lay out, should in case, God forbid, if the Ambassador Waka is unable to carry on, do you see the love of Ambassador Waka be transferred to Jeremiah Kuhn and Senator Nyambli from the entire population? If Ambassador Waka is not able to perform, I'm not saying anything going to happen to him, but because of his medical condition, he's not able to move around. And Liberians start wondering what happened to the old man. What happened to the old man? Do you see them? Do you see Liberian voters transferring their love for Ambassador Bakai to Senator Kuhn and Senator Nyamli? I don't think so. There's nothing, no indication that will happen. I don't see it. Another interesting thing. There are members of Unity Party that are not of serious engagement or involvement with this pick by Ambassador Bakai. So those people, there might not be many, but those people would then instead, because for them, President Weah, going back to President Weah is something that is very difficult for many of these people that I'm talking about in this bracket. So then I think these people might just say, you know what, I will go with Honorable Comey, because believe it or not, some of them have worked with Honorable Comey before when they have the political collaboration business going. So then it will be easy because they have worked with him before. It'll be easy for them to transfer their loyalty to Honorable Cummings. On a side note, though, those who were instrumental in the denial of my son Costa being picked as a vice president candidate have done this young man some disservice. Serious blow. Because this young man, seriously, most likely, was way ahead of all of us. His calculation, I believe, was that the old man is not doing well. Not necessarily passing away. No, far from it. He can go and be 90 years old. But he might not be able to be physically fit to move places. And the fact that Costa can talk, and the fact that Costa is well grounded in policy and everything else about Liberia, I thought he was in a very big position, good position as well. But those who were involved in convincing Ambassador Barker to look somewhere else, I thought they did this young man a disservice. But anyhow, that's something we'll talk about later. Let me go ahead and share this thing here and see who's going to join me this afternoon. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, who has his mic working again, who worked because of some reason, well, not in all reason because of that. But folks, this new stuff here is so unique. To be honest with you, so nice. Let me see. Can I do that here? I want to do another camera and show my new setup here and all the lightings and everything here so you can see. This is a very serious business that I'm doing. Costing me a lot of money, no question asked. But that's what we like to do. We do these things. If you can look, if you see my glasses, see all the lights shining, you know, the reflection from my glasses. You can see all these lights, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lights shining into the studio. And they're all softball. I mean, they're not hot. They're shiny. So that's why you see behind me here, all look like I'm in a day in total. Okay? But we do these things. We'll spend the money, not because we got money, we want to just spend it. No, but we want you guys to be able to enjoy what we're saying, because if I'm speaking and my mic is not grinding and I'm not here making my videos not shaking and everything else, I think those of you that take your time of your busy schedule to join, or you most likely will appreciate the setting. And so we try to do these things. And so Mr. So spending lots of money also. So if you look at his background and things like that, the software he uses to do those things, they're very expensive. But no, I'm not complaining. Far from complaining. I'm just telling you, because of you, we go in to do these things. Because of you, we're in to do these things. So I want to thank you for your continued support, because it's very good to have people fathering you, and for them to enjoy not just what you're saying, but what you do and what some of the things that you use, the instrument you use to narrate that. So let me go ahead and share. In the meantime, make a comment. We appreciate you. Mr. Rad, Kai Rad, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. So let me go now. Let me go to sharing. Let's share this thing. I finished making my okay. Okay. Yes, I do have got to numbers. So let's go ahead. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Let me. And I know some of them will come out here and disabuse me of my Tabata tonight. That's okay. That's okay. That's why I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. You come out, they come out here. We don't have to agree on anything. They come out and tell me, say, "Oh, you're talking Tabata." Okay, then they will disabuse me and show me things that I need to do, which is okay. Which is okay, to be honest with you. Okay, so let me share this one here as well. Kotu is coming up now. No, Kotu, I don't use email, I use phone. So if you can get it from your phone, I'll appreciate it. Okay. Or if you can get it from your phone and email it to yourself, that will be fine. Let me go on to the next number, the next person. Folks, it's Friday evening. Stay with us as we try to dissect what is happening. Now, in terms of, let me talk a little, while I'm wasting time now, let me talk a little bit about the drugs issue. You can look at the drugs issue on two fronts. You can say, well, the government and it's truly building institution. Fine, you can say that. But the issue is, what happened? Was the government the government case that weak, and they decided to make it public, where you have these things so public that the American people were there, the American embassy people were there watching the drug bust, $100 million. I will deal with it Monday. And one other thing I'm going to do Monday also is I'm going to have with me Mr. Prince Dubber. Prince Dubber has his own show, but primarily focus on the Jida community. And we just had an election. I want to find out from Prince Dubber what happened and let him come out to tell us what is happening. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to have the president I have not sent that information yet, so let me use maybe. Maybe I will have the president of Liberian Engineering Society in Liberia, Mr. Dalito, will join us and talk to us about the engineering from the engineering perspective in Liberia. So, folks, those of you that have it, if you can join me, that's fine. In the meantime, let me go on with my tabata. So, let me go on now to read some of the interesting information here. Okay. Yeah. Frederick, good evening, sir. Thank you for staying with us. I said you didn't run away from me last night. I appreciate it, dude. No, let me see. Okay. So the Senator Lawrence, who has been, according to the paper I'm reading now, who has been dubbed the Unity Party as the mother of the rescue mission, told the legislature staffer that they, as a team, have their eyes fixed on the presidency and will work as a team during the campaign. They are looking at the president, that Joseph Boakai, president, that's Joseph Boakai. We are looking at the presidents that comes with a team. When you have such a team, the country will succeed. Well, we would tell Boakai to go find a place in Lofa and go on vacation. Nyomdi talking. We do not need you on the campaign trail. We will tell him, go and wait for your induction, she said. So what Nyomdi is saying here, that the old man, our father, should go and sit down. Well, this is not a village campaigning. Y'all do that one. Y'all do that one. And CDC unleash Monuba Monu. Unity Party campaign over. You put that man, he need to be in a wheelchair. You put him in a wheelchair. You're carrying him from place to place. That will make you to your senator then. That will make you to face the road then now. You put the old man, if he God forbid anything, if he need a wheelchair, you put him in a wheelchair. Let him go with you from place to place. Then people will know how serious it is. You can't tell him to go lay down in Lova County. Then you become a spokesperson. That will not work. But for some reason, my sister is a very smart lady. But I don't know whether when they get into this excitement situation, they make these statements that perhaps will not bode well for them. The man had just named his vice president, Kennedy. And you just endorsed the man. But now you're telling us that he will not be on the campaign trail. So you're going to read to us his platform. You're going to tell us Ambassador Barker have a unique way of speaking. You think if people go to the political gathering and things like that, they just want to listen to the message? They want to hear the voice. So when they close their eyes, they can imagine Ambassador Barker. And you want that to be empty. You want that to be silent. And you expect the people to transfer their love they have for Ambassador Barker to the team. That is not going to work. That is not going to work. Because if that was the case, then Ambassador Barker should just say, y'all know who I am. I'll be by from Lofa County when you're finished electing me. Then he shouldn't be going from place to place making his case. Or he should have just said, okay, come and make that announcement. But he can't do that because he's going to have to be there to have that conversation. Okay? He's going to have to be there to make that, to have that conversation. So I'm just saying, and let me read on. So, and then buttressing the comments, Senator Kuhn also said, like she said, we will tell old man Barker to sit down and we will go across the country. Each of us sitting here knows how to campaign. What the campaign you did, Nima candidate, the same kind of campaign you do for vice presidency all over the country. Nima County campaign is specific. Nima County campaign, it was specific to Nima County. There were things you were telling Imbadians that you cannot tell people in Grand Union County for them to say that will hold. Because what you're talking about now is the campaigning on a national stage where you will be discussing national issues, not county issues. Yeah, you might be experienced in discussing county issue publicly, but we're talking national issues. And now you're telling us that you're going to utilize the same kinds of mindset you have in terms of your Nima County engagement with your citizenry. Now you're going to transfer that onto the national scene. Nima County have Mount Nima. Lofa County, Nima County have Mount Nima. Grand Union got Mount Nima. Nima County have Lamco. Grand Union got Lamco. So you see where I'm going with this. So the issue here is not just you, Ambassador Barker, not being there. Because if he's not there, and you think now you're going to be, so how are you going to say this thing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador Barker says, X, Y, Z, W, E, Y, P, P, P. Ambassador Barker says, you, W, me, God, blah, God, blah, blah. Ambassador Barker says, is that how it's going to be? Is that how it's going to be? That's not going to work. You're going to kill the spirit. Unless this is how, perhaps, most likely, if it's going to be like that, Ambassador Barker, you know, I'm going to say something here. And sometimes some of us try to keep these things to ourselves. During the 1980 coup, before the coup, they had these people in the barracks. Bacchus Matthew, George Boley, and the rest of the stuff were in the barracks. In fact, according to the story, they were to be executed that Monday if the coup had not happened. But they were being flogged in the barracks. They were being flogged. And so some of the coup members, specifically my little brother, told Bacchus Matthew, it didn't matter what. If these people have done anything to any of you, what happened here would have been worse. We were hoping to carry you in a wheelchair and make you president. So I'm saying, and Kotu just joined me, thank you. I'm saying that if this is true, then I think you need to carry Ambassador Bakai in a wheelchair, unless Ambassador Bakai comes out and say to the Liberian people, thanks for your support. I will continue to enjoy your support. But at this time, be truthful with the Liberian people. At this time, my brothers and sisters, mother, father, daughters, sons, I have medical condition. And I'm going to go take care of it. And I will be back. In the meantime, I'm leaving you with Rescue 2 and the Mother of Rescue Mission. They will talk to you. Everything they're telling you, I have given them instruction. And if that happens, then for CDC or any other political party to come and utilize this as a campaign matter will be difficult, because that would mean Ambassador Bakai has instructed these people to talk on his behalf. But you can't just say go to Lofa County, go lay down, we'll campaign for you. And you expect people to now believe. In fact, if you guys do that, they will call you Abu Kedi. They will think that you're not overthrow the woman. Because like people will quote the overthrow people. They will think that you're not overthrow the woman. That the first thing will be all over the social media. That the people now overthrow the woman. They're not silent the woman can't talk again. All kinds of rumors will be going around. So if you're serious about it, Kotu, you have to unmute yourself. If you're serious about this, you need to have the conversation with the old man and let him come out and anoint you to put his hand over, like Prince Johnson David, Jeremiah Kuhn, put his hand over both of you here and say, my Liberian brothers and sisters, my daughters and fathers and mothers, these are the two people that I'm giving permission to talk for me while I deal with my medical issues. Kotu, welcome. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. We're going to be putting the number on here very shortly. What do you make of my Tabata here tonight?
Well, thank you, Mr. To. I'm glad to be here.
I think you're muted, Kotu. Or we're not getting you.
I'm unmuted. I don't know if it's when you're in.
You're still
check your in.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and keep talking, because your voice is going through the stuff. I don't know why I'm not picking it up, but go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah, okay. I want to say hi to everyone listening to us. And I'm glad to be here tonight. As you can see, my name is Koto Balaya. I still see that I'm muted.
No, I can hear you, and the audience can hear you as well.
Okay, all right. So I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad to be here tonight. I listened to your intro on the issue of Ambassador Bakai. And I don't know where they got that statement from, because people, come up with all kind of statement. But the endorsement program that you saw was held at the
Capitol building.
The Capitol building was not in the way of endorsing Ambassador Bakai there. They would have just gone there to receive the two senators.
Yeah, but that's not a comment. That's not what I'm referencing on. I'm saying during that process, Senator Lawrence and Senator Cohn
Yeah, I
said
just
publicly that they would like for Ambassador Barker to go to Lofa County and take a rest, that they were going to campaign on his behalf.
well, you know, people say things on a way of being zealous. At times, but I don't think.
These are not ordinary people.
Okay,
Rescue
let's.
one and the
Okay,
mother
I
of
have that.
rescue.
You say yours. The way you understood it, that's the way you understood it. The way I understand it, it is not Biffy that is saying, "Oh, I will be taking a break, and you guys come and speak on behalf of me."
No,
Then it will be,
Ambassador Barker is not saying that they're the one that
okay,
are
that's where
asking.
I will come out to make that statement. But until then, it is not Ambassador Barker who's saying that. They are saying it, and he said it on his own. But I mean, what they said there, that I know what they meant, for my own understanding, was that they were going to their various constituents and make sure carry the message about Ambassador Barker. It is not that Barker go and sit and they go and start carrying on the campaign.
But that's
how
what
they
they're
understood.
saying. That's what they're saying. They're quoting them direct. I mean, in fact, if you listen to that video, you will hear that statement as well.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he may have said that on his own, but it's not Barker who is saying that I am going to do that. So that's why I try to clarify that statement. It is not Ambassador Barker's statement. It is he saying it. It is left with Barker to say, okay, I will lead the campaign with you guys. And I think Barker not going to do that. Okay. And he knows he's not fit. He's going to come up fair and say that I'm not fit. And he has said it over and over.
No, it's not a matter. It's not a matter of not fit. That's not what I'm saying. I know he's fit, but what I'm saying and what I'm asking him to do, if that what the story up here, if it is true that he having some medical issue, we all have medical issue. Nobody over 50-year-old ain't got medical issue. Every one of us. Well, as soon as you pass 50, in fact, as soon as you pass 45, medical issues start creeping out on you. There's nothing else. You get on in the morning, your toe hurting, your toenails start hurting. Your this, that, everything on you. So as soon as you pass 45, 50, your medical issue, we all have that. But what I'm saying is, I think Liberian people will clearly sympathize and agree with him. If you were to come out publicly, not necessary to say I am incapable of carrying on, but folks, I have medical issue that I have to address. And for this reason, I will be out of town. And I'm asking you to listen to my team. And please give them the same respect that you would give me. Give them the same love that you would give me.
That's what I'm saying. And we're saying the same thing. I'm still saying that when that time reaches, if for any reason for which he would not be able to be in it, he will come up and say it. But until then, Ambassador Barker is fit. He is capable of going anywhere part of Liberia to run his campaign. When that time comes, anybody can fall sick. If he feels that he's no longer able to do that, he will come out and say it. I said that with my own Asian father at the time. When it came to a time that my father was a very strong man, when it came to the point that he could no longer do things that he couldn't do at the time, he called his family members. And in fact, he talked to the youngest uncle of mine at the time and told him that I think you guys should start taking over for me and start following me. That's how when you see people always say, I learned how to speak the dialect and, I speak the language fluently. It was because of that, because time came that my father felt that, we needed to learn these things and we needed to take over when he's gone. And he will teach you all these things, to take over from him. And that's how my uncle, took over from him, the responsibility he had. And this not only him, because I saw many of my Asian uncles, when time came that they could no longer do it, they started passing responsibility on, those that need to take on the responsibility as time comes. So I think that's what it is. Then people start talking for Barker. I mean, age can't hide, strength can't hide. When you get us some money, when you know you can't make it, there will be nothing. So you just can't make it. Okay, there will be a point where you say, I can, if that has to be.
Okay, so let's remove ourselves. I am somebody who admire Ambassador Barker, and I believe you're the same. But let's remove ourselves from that government right now, and let's talk just as though we're outside of Liberia, and in fact we're just looking for the first time. If for some reason, I say if, a real big if for some reason Ambassador Barker is unable to perform and not able to carry on effectively, who do you think will benefit between Cummings, Jeremiah Cone, Senator Honorable Cummings, Senator Jeremiah Cone, and Senator Lawrence, who, and then Honorable Bronsky as well? Who's going to benefit the most, you think?
Well, I don't know
The absent of
when you talk about benefit comes in like on the
whatever
party
benefit you
level,
think
or
about, any other benefit you think about that you think will suit what I'm asking, give it to me.
when it comes to the party level, those that are his principal deputies or vice stand-up barrier, that could be, a level where they could maybe come to a higher level for me. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. You would not go and say he's selected the mayor to be his vice stand-up bearer. Then they go and say they want to do another one, except the Unity Party does that. But for me, that's their party prerogative. If they decide, that's it. But I think, in my own thinking, I would not want to go and start looking for new faces again to come and surface in our
No.
So
Okay,
I think they can.
let me push you a little bit on this other thing there. Do you think if speculation at this point, if Ambassador Barker is unable to be there to campaign vigorously like he promised to do, and these the two senators who are now saying that most likely they will be the face of Unity Party, so to speak, do you think the love for Ambassador Barker is that transferable to those who are going to be campaigning on his behalf?
Well, the thing is, individual have their own charisma, and people have their own followers. Barker has his own followers, and these people have their own followers. That is where we're going to see where the popularity lies. Probably they will do it out of sympathy, or they do it out of county line based on how these tribal issues happen that which we try to ignore sometimes, but it is not ignored when it comes to politics, especially in our country politics. So then we start to look at maybe how the people from their countries will, count on them, and then you see. But again, that is the people thinking where they will say if it is not Barker, then we see. But if they want to transfer it, then the transfer will go to what they call Kuhn and Yomley, if that has to be the case.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead and make your point, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. As you know, the senator did not really say that the puppet should relax and that, they're going to run the thing. She said she will tell him that he don't even need to come. We will run it, all right? It's not something that we can say it means that the JMB is not going to be there. That was just a statement I believe she made out of it means to provoke the climate of the political arena. But she's not saying that Pap Joe is going to be, and I think what the opposition is doing is good. They're taking the message now and twisting it so it can seem as if to say the puppet is sick. And that is why, I said that you have to have propagandists when you're running a political institution to turn the narrative around. You saw what CDC did. CDC is very good at that. And we're not looking at that. When those boys came out to do that thing in the house, you saw what CDC did? CDC countered it the next day. And that is what CDC is good at doing. That one of the things Mr. Comey is not good at doing. That's the reason why he keeps dropping. You have to have a political strategy.
We're talking about Ambassador Barker. Then you bring him Comey into it. Comey question or can't let her go about. Anyway, make your point.
Mr. Two, Comey, Barker, and Joia, all of them. This is the season where you can't talk about Barker and with Lee Comey. You can't talk about Comey and Lee Burkhardt. You can't talk about Burkhardt and Lee Jowia. So that is, they all intertwined. But however, let me just land on this by saying that what the vice president is doing, she's just trying to bring herself to the spotlight. The people have forgotten about her. She now wants to open a can of worms, and it's going to be very bad for her. So the strategy CDC using to put her in the picture to cheat the narrative of the propaganda playing in the house is going to whip her very badly. Because since she took over, she's been packing. She put more on Joseph Boca 2017. Now look at her. She's been packing. We don't hear nothing from her. That Gloria Scott, her daughter is dead. What has she been saying? The girl body is still in custody to the government. What has she said? Former Chief Justice, what has she said? What advocacy what is her advocacy for that people to bury the child when that woman heart is grieving? You know, so she needs to lay down. She needs to keep packing. Let her lay down and forget about it. Because if CDC is using her as to weaponize the propaganda machinery against JMB, it's going to whip her very badly. You know, so that is what I want to say. But I believe 100% that our old man is still, the puppet is ready and the tree is cocking. Yeah. So no worry. No worry.
Okay, Cotton, there's a question up there for you. I don't know if you can read it. So they're asking, can you read it?
They say, I really want to know from Scotto if you have to use to be on SKTV, what time you no longer on the show. Please clear my doubt. Oh, my brother, I know sometimes some of you guys want to know, you know. But again, you know,
that's something you don't have to divulge. Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean sometimes some things
Okay.
not.
We're glad to have you here because you're a brilliant young lady anyway. Thank you.
You know, the only thing I can say is that it shows that I'm needed. Sometimes I'm needed to other places, and then I'm needed here. So I'm working here. There's acceptable here.
That's right. So and another thing, Kotu, is what that young man just brought about the current vice president, saying that a vote for Ambassador Barker and Senator Cohn is a vote for Prince Johnson to be the president of the Republic of Liberia, because if Ambassador Barker dies in office, she said, that Prince Johnson would definitely be running the country. You think, is that something that's supposed to be coming from someone who is also supposed to be respecting the others? Why would you bring up somebody's death if the person have not died yet? You think that's something? Is that something sitting well? But it doesn't say well with me. What's about you? What do you make of that statement?
Yeah, before I dive into that question, I want to tell our honorable VP that wish my honorable title already have been withdrew from her from the time I saw that she was not being responsible enough. She being a female, I was feminist some time ago, like 2000, 2005. I used to be one of the feminists, you know, believe that my support should go to women. But as I begin to grow up and started to know what politics is, there is no female card to be played in politics. You go to politics, go to it with you being antagonized by men, and you be able to fight to get in. We saw how Ellen went through it, and I too went through it before. So I felt that, but this is not a female card. I'm not here to play a card. Male went to school and got their education. Women, we going to school and got our education. It is true that we have to submit to men, but it doesn't mean that women are not knowledgeable to politics and not to be, taking politics seriously. I wanted to clear that, or then get back to.
But let me interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you said we have to be submissive to men. I think only in a family setting
Exactly. That's why I was going.
Not in men are just women are just as powerful and important in life. Nothing men can do, women can do. But when you use the word submissive, I believe you're saying in a family setting where the women is submissive in a sense of being respectful. That's it, but not submissive in a sense for people to walk over. No, nobody walk on woman. Woman, just they're very good.
So that's where I was going. It's just like you stopped me, and this is where, you know, in our tradition, it feels that men should be respected, which I highly respect my husband. But equally so, my husband listened to me, because in every home, it has to be the man and the woman decision. It is not just the man saying, but biblically, we know that the man is the head of the home. That being said, it does not mean that women don't have contribution to make to society. We have, as men can contribute, we women also can contribute to society. And in fact, we have more to contribute to society than even the men, like I think. So that's why I don't like to play the female card. That because the person is a female and that goes to the female. No, because I have been in competition with men in school and also in politics, and I've been able to win to some level. So I'm not going to demean myself or overlook myself that men can supersede me in certain things. There are a lot of things I supersede men in. So the respect is there for my husband. But when it comes to politics, even not to politics, when it comes to decision making, I have a greater impact to make in my home that I should be accepted from my husband and equally to the family. So as well, you asked me the question, I wanted to get back to the VP because I have a package for her. I have package for our
respectfully.
Respectfully, I am going there. For me, I don't go in politics dirty. I'm not a dirty politician.
Okay.
So I'm very respectful. See, I still calling her VP, our honorable VP.
Right.
I didn't denigrate her. I didn't disrespect her. But I feel that she have had a greater role to play. When did she know that Ambassador Boyka was a foreigner? Because Ambassador Boyka has worked, according to them, they always say 45 years. So he wasn't foreigner when he was working for 45 years. He wasn't foreigner when he had been working at ministers, as a ministerial positions, rather.
I didn't read that part. Did she say?
Yes, she did. She did say
in a same article.
In the same article.
Maybe I need to read that. I just read a little bit of it, and
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I get what I told you. I said I get a package for her.
Wow.
Okay.
She calling my old man foreigner.
Yes, she said he a foreigner. This is a man who has served as, besides serving these positions, he has served for vice president position for 12 years. And besides that, she supported this ticket before. She didn't know that he was foreigner. Only now that she knows he is a foreigner. You know, it's kind of this, for me, it's a deception from her. But I know where she comes from. With all of the respect, that's why it's good at that woman-to-woman thing. It's not man-to-man, because when a man talking, they say the man respect the woman. But when I'm talking to her woman-to-woman. There have been women issues since she been vice president. Where have she championed some of these women advocacy when it comes to domestic violence against women? When it comes to the caring of our children in Liberia, where have she gone to take the initiative as a vice president to do these things?
But
that should be her responsibility.
Let me say
this. Leaving her responsibility and
let me say this. I don't mean to cut you up. I number 9, you assume you coming. I know why you. The only reason you calling here today because you see the yellow background with my number on it, black. So you think that I am Baruch that what you calling for? That you calling because you see the yellow. Anytime yellow appear, you ready. But anyway, let me say this, Okatu. Back in 2000.
I better want you give me because I guess I get package here for her.
Okay. Anyway. We'll go through that. But back in either 2000 or 2001, there was an article that was written. I think when she was still first lady, she put herself in charge of the young women to be able to help the young women of Liberia. And there was a big article in there, and I believe she was getting help from other foreign government about that. So she's been involved in young women issue for a very long time. The reason I'm bringing this up because if I've read about it and I've been admiring of her since then, I can't sit here knowing so much that I had know the issue. I've read about it, and for me to sit here, the fact that she's on the other side now, and then when you make that statement for me not to come,
I'm saying that you're not talking for me.
no, I'm
it.
just saying, but I'm
So
saying I'm
reading
just
an
pointing out
article
something.
and
Okay,
seeing,
let Aaron speak, and then after that we'll come back to you. Can we do that? All right, Aaron, go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. So. Good evening, Sis Cotto. Mr.
good
So, yeah,
evening.
let me say thanks again for recognizing some of the great achievement of the current vice president at the time she was a first lady. So I see a lot of people try to compare, the former vice president situation, with, President Taylor and Prince Johnson and stuff like that. That comparing apples and oranges. I'm not even going to go there. But just correct or make some correction to what Sis Cotto said. The vice president did not say the former vice president is a foreigner. She said, what has he done in Lofa County? And when she was listing what he didn't do in Lofa County, that's how she mentioned that he built a house in Sierra Leone. Does that make him a foreigner? That was the question she asked. It was a rhetorical comment and statement. Okay, so I'm really enjoying the opposition. The reason why I'm enjoying the opposition, you guys just sitting there, just fighting among yourself. Coming about to make a speech. Unity Party people scared. Yombly don't even have the ground in Grand Bassel. CDC going to sit down and watch your fight. And then when you come to the ballot box, then we're going to beat you there. So,
I don't mean to interrupt, but it seems like you're in trouble. Yeah. It seems like you're in trouble.
No, we're not in trouble. We're not in trouble, Mr. Toe. Mr. Toe, look, the election will be easy for us. Because you know why it will be easy for us? If you people think that Joseph Walker is a change agent, then I think you guys get it wrong. You guys really got it wrong. If you people think Joseph Walker, and I'm saying it again, if you people think Joseph Walker is a change agent, then you guys really got it wrong. Okay? Listen to what Sis Cotto was just saying. He's been in government for 42 years. What has he done in Lofa County or for his people? The last time I made a comment, one of the callers came on and said, oh, Joseph Walker got a house in. I was not even talking about Joseph Walker's house. We were talking about school, a school that he built. That school is completely depleted. If you even see the school, I don't even know whether people go to that school. This is somebody who was vice president for 12 years. Let alone he was in government for almost 30 years before he became vice president. And you call this man a change agent? So CDC is not worried. Do you see, President, we are going all around saying anything? No. He's just dedicating his project and stuff like that. And it will be a landslide victory, Mr. Mr. Toe. And I'm going to call on every show that I call on to let you guys know after October 10th. Okay. What did we say? It's easy for us. If you think that Joseph Walker will beat us, it's real easy. So thank you guys. I'm watching from work.
Thank you. Number 9. Thank you very much. Okay, Kotu, go ahead and make finish stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Number 9, don't run campaign. Just go sit down now. We are finna winning the election. But again, I want to go back to my point that I was talking through about when you said that VP, you read a post for her. And where is that establishment? Because for me, I like to see physical, establishment. Okay, I remember very well when she was, I think she was the first lady at the time, when they demolished the barracks then. Because some of us are product from that barracks there because I grew up right in that barracks. I attended the barracks school for elementary school, She went and demolished that place there to build children's playground. Did she succeed in that? And she demolished the place and broke that place down. Many people left from the place and she was never able to build that place. And besides that, I'm talking about her achievement right now on the George Weah leadership. And I've been saying, and enumerating them, that many killings have been going on. Domestic issue with domestic violence against women. What has she done? I have never seen her champion women advocacy in this government. The only thing we saw her crying like one baby when she could not get her allowance under this government. It is only now that Weah is trying to use her again to achieve his second term, which he would not get, to use her, and she thinks that she have gotten the best of Weah. But I just want to tell her that she is not a failure, because
Okay.
I'm not going to play that women card.
All right. Let me
because she did not perform to the task that we expected of her. Women
Okay.
have been ripped. What has she done?
All right. Okay. We'll thank you for that. But let's take the caller. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Todd, thank you very much. My name is S.M. Collins Galley. I'm calling from Pennsylvania area, Philadelphia to be precise. The reason I'm calling, I listened to the lady that just spoke. They kept talking about Joseph Boyka as a rescue team. So my question, and what I want to share with you guys tonight, within the 12 years when he was vice president, how many people has he rescued in Liberia? How many counties?
The rescue business really touch your boom.
English, yeah, because when you speak in English to somebody who can understand English, then they will question you, then they will criticize you, or they will criticize you in a constructive way.
Okay,
that's why we try to ask you. When you talk about rescue, when we're looking at the backyard of Papi Joseph Boyka, I will call him Papi because he's an older man, in Lofa County. When I went to Liberia, I visited Lofa County, and I was so eager to see something tangible.
Oh, you went there specifically? You went there specifically to see what Ambassador Boyka have done?
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, because
so
he's an old man.
Were you able to visit all of the places Ambassador Boyka have engaged or contacted? Or have done anything?
They say first time impression. Like sometimes when the first that I came across, it discouraged me. I didn't even go far. So when they talk about rescue team, Joseph Boyka, he been an old man working in the government for the past few years. So what have he ever done for his people? And even in Monrovia, what Joseph Boyka can show us today. I went around your house in Monrovia. What he can show now, even if the neighbors, people that living around him, who will come out of that neighborhood and say, oh yes, Papi Boyka, he been or helped to somebody's case or some people within his environment or in a community. So sometimes when
how you expect a man to help? How you expect a man to help anybody if he himself in dire need of help? How is he going to help anybody?
Thank you.
But that's why he wants. That's why he's telling you because of a vast experience. But that's why he's telling you because of a vast experience. He wants to come so that the fact that he's in that same boat, he wants to get out of that boat and get many of us out of that boat and help each other.
No, let him get out of the boat. Let him tell how many boats have he ever get out of and rescue one or two people before this come around. You will rescue somebody from the other or 2023 boat.
Okay.
Mr. So,
hold on. He's not quite done yet. Hold on. I'm just trying to merge him.
How many people was in
hold on, caller. Hold on. Let him finish. Okay. All right.
So like when the opposition, when they are talking about politics, sometimes I just look, I say Liberian, they are not even ready to learn. Because something when we have a weak and lazy politician in Liberia or opposition. This is why CDC, sometimes I'm here, I'm a citizen, but sometimes there are a lot of things to ask the citizen because there's a lot of projects are going on in Liberia. The opposition have to ask the people how the project came about and what are they doing and how long the project will take. And but the DPA is not even looking at that.
Okay.
It's just saying things to confuse the system.
All right, thank you.
So I'm just trying to educate the lady who online tonight. Let you go back to work and listen to whatsoever the VP Taylor was saying. Let us set it good and come on show to talk to people will listen to her.
We're all going back to school, but the lady you're talking about right now, she's highly educated.
No, not to go. I'm not saying she will go back to school. I said she should go back and listen to whatever the VP Taylor was saying.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not talking about she going back to learn or to go back to school. I said she should go back to that video and listen to whatever VP Taylor was saying.
All right, thank you. I don't mean to start confusion. Thank you. All right, go ahead, caller.
No.
Go ahead. Okay, thank you
very much.
Thank you, caller. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. Nice caller.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Phil, how you?
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Let me merge this other caller.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me, Mr. Phil?
Yeah. Let me drive this one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fine. Go ahead.
Mr. Phil, yeah, it's three things you have said that I have a problem with.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the one that if you do, just the gentleman that just left the line, he was penny on. If you listen to what the bad person said, I support Mr. Coleman. I'm not going to.
You are a sedition.
I'm not a physician. I support Coleman's ANC.
Oh, okay. ANC. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. If you listen to what the bad person said, he never said Joseph Boakai was from Sierra Leone. He just said the bad person is aware Joseph Boakai served as agriculture minister or he occupied a lot of different positions. He said he never built a house or home in Liberia. He built it across the border. That's exactly what he used. He built it across the border. He never said if it was in Guinea or it was in Sierra Leone, because if you know Foya is neighbor to Sierra Leone and is neighbor to Guinea, I think Masanta or whatever. So that's what he said. But my other problem I have is, when Joseph Boakai is what Mo Ali said, Kaga said, Joseph Boakai should go to find a place in Lofa County and rest. If they try that, it's over with him. It's over for that. But I think Joseph they might have get a little inside that Joseph Boakai not gonna have surgery, not gonna go well, and he need more rest, and he will not be able to go everywhere to care. He will, like maybe more if you're close smooth rules, maybe he can go there to go campaign. But if they try it, they say, oh, he should just stay home, and they will handle the campaign for him. Because it's a dumb thing. They won't be joking.
Okay.
So they would have murdered him with that. So that's one point I want to make that because Mo Ali has said it, they have posted it, that they just want him to go rest. Not worry about campaigning. They will handle the campaigning for him. Because now he's telling us if Joseph Boakai wins the election, the possibility is 24 hours or 48 hours to see the transferring power to Jeremiah Queen, and which will not go down well with other me. We're gonna have a deep.
Okay, I got a lot of people on standby right now, so just make it brief. Let me bring the other people on, please.
Yeah. So that was my other issue, and I'll let other people talk.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. All right, 763 number 763. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Hassan Douglas calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been listening to you, and you have to say, especially when it comes to Liberian politics, we have different kind of politicians.
Mm-hmm.
My sister in the studio, thank you for your effort, and it's hard for you to see ladies like you always take the courage, be who you are. And one of the great things I like about Boakai, Honorable Joseph Yuma Boakai, is people that criticize him well. These are the people that he can bring closer. It's somebody that
I need to criticize you so you can bring me closer too.
When I say bring closer, I think they're talking about people that buy muffin
Oh, no.
in
They
the
ain't going
long
to
range,
bring me
if
closer.
people that buy muffin in the long range, you come back to him, he will still accept you. That the kind of leader he is.
Number one.
Yeah. He
Okay.
believes in that. With people talking about Fagon, other people, he bring you close. That
Okay.
we are not enemy. We all are Liberian. We
Okay.
all are Liberian.
Caller, next caller,
highly
you're in
admire-
line, but you got to mute yourself so we don't hear your voice. The gentleman is speaking. Go ahead, finish your comment. Do great.
I don't easily respond to ladies because I take all ladies to be my mother. But they gone time we all saw the vice president went to Boca area for blessing. And no, but people get to know that people can be laughing with you, they are stabbing you from the back. Julius Caesar or Michael Brutal loyalty to Julius Caesar is almost closer to the lady's home. You can be looking for blessing. If at all you want to criticize the prophet, there's a way that you can talk. But when it comes to health issue, it's all about God. God has everything about human beings.
Right.
You don't even know whether that prophet can live longer than you do. People are good today, they are healthy, but you can get here, they die. Why should you be concerned about the old man's health? That is the evil have problem with him. And you talking about when in case the woman die, Kunwe become, and you forgetting about your husband, which is child stealer.
Okay.
You were married to him. During the war, innocent people lost their children. The man was there sucking innocent people's blood. And you were there, you could not get advice at that time. You think you are exempted from PYJ? You know the difference from PYJ because your husband was part of it and you were close to your husband. Why you could not get advice at that time? That right now you're talking about when in case the papa go pass away, go forbid, and Jeremiah Kum is closer to you. You have to indicate to Jeremiah Kum and leave PYJ out.
Okay. All right.
Jeremiah Kum is the one he made to Bokai, not PYJ.
Okay.
So
Thank
it's
you.
a high degree of deception, and she not represent womanly woo because why? There is a lot of girl children that die in Liberia. She have never come out a day to criticize this government.
Okay.
What
Thank
have
you.
your contribution to those children that have been raped?
Okay, my brother, we got
I appreciate
other
you for
people
the time.
waiting. Yeah, I mean, thank you, appreciate it.
you.
I don't mean
Thank
to
you.
rush you, but we have other people. Yeah, thank you very much. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Hey, good evening, Mr. To.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to your studio panelists. My name is AV, calling from Oklahoma State. Oklahoma.
Okay.
First of all, before I go forward, is that the vice president, the quarter before this quarter, the vice president did not say Baga Gas home in wherever so. He said he does not even have a house in a home. Wasanga. That's what she said. Go and put a video. You see, when people come to the discussions and something like that, and somebody would say, oh, this and that and that. Look, man, this brother that just left the line. When the elections 2017, that's the time the vice president went to, but it's not just recent picture there.
But even if it's not recent, so now when you're saying you agree that she went to seek blessing from the old man. So what happened then from 20? Oh, okay.
Mr. To.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, you see how people greet people. It doesn't mean that they want to go seek blessing for somebody. It's a sign of respect. It's a sign of respect.
All right. Okay.
She want to go speak to the old man. It's a sign of respect. But let me come for the topic. You want to take Jeremiah away from Prince Johnson? You joking, my brother? You cannot take Jeremiah away from Prince Johnson. Jeremiah is a stood to Prince Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And you're talking about to run a country. And you're talking about Waka? Can a Waka run this campaign? That's how you run the campaign. You ran the campaign 2017? My answer here is no.
Okay.
We all are praying for him. Nobody praying God for somebody to to have health issues. We all are human beings.
But we all have health issues.
When Youngly and Jeremiah was saying that the old man go to Wasanga Lofa and find someone to relax and only come after election have been won by him for inauguration. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
You know, these people are, you know, these people are one of the big hypocrites. You cannot say, oh, you want to rescue. What can Waka rescue like bro for? Waka got to rescue himself.
All right.
First.
Okay.
That's the issue, my sister.
All right. Thank you.
We're going to the elections. President, we will win the election.
Okay.
So all that thing I just joke. Politics, democracy is good. Thank you, Mr. Toll.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. The next caller, you're next in line. Go ahead, make your point.
How you doing, Mr. Toll?
Yeah, thank you. What's your name? Where you're calling from?
Okay, I'm Aliu calling from Phoenix in Arizona.
Okay, Aliu, thank you for joining us. What's on your mind?
Firstly, let me appreciate the sister in studio and I must commend her. And she needs to do more. You know, it's just difficult to see women these days taking up the challenge.
But why you can't press me too now? I jealous now. I jealous now.
Yeah, you may. So let's praise our sister. Anyway, thank you so much, my sister. You know, sometimes when I listen to some of these seditians and other people, I don't want to call their name, and, you know, from the other side, I just wonder when they start saying, the public say, the public will not. Are you the one that having control over people's lives, or what? Have you not seen a young baby was born today and died? Some of them, even talking right now, brother, could it possibly live longer than them? All right? Presidential is that is a muscular something. You have to use your brain and intellect. If it was muscular something, Joshua would have performed more than Ellen Johnson. But instead, Joshua has not done anything.
Liberians.
It's not physical work. It's your brain that you are using to strategize. Joshua is young, but he does not have the capacity to sit down and read for 5 hours.
Okay.
You see? Sometimes we don't want to go ahead and start playing the dirty politics, start saying things about Joseph Barker have lifestyle. What's up with Mr. Kuma's lifestyle too? What's up with Joshua's lifestyle? Some of them, they have bad lifestyles that when we discuss today, people will not even want to speak to them.
Okay.
You know how many children Joshua and people kill in Liberia? You know?
Okay.
I don't want to be discussing those things, man.
No, we don't need to touch that. Thank you. All right. Kotu, while we're waiting for other callers, go ahead and make the point again you were making. You say you have some messages for the person. You're still going to address or you're going to jump on some other subject matter now?
Yes, you see, the thing about it, sometimes when you have something to talk about, them will tend to come in and just add it up.
Okay.
You know, I heard her talking
why don't we save it for another show then?
Yeah, she was discussing the health of Ambassador Boakai. And then let's see, how many times has she been taken from other Liberia to go for medical from other Liberia? Yeah. I mean, look at those things. She's still young. She was taken from other Liberia twice to be taken for medical. Can we then say since she would left from Liberia, she's not physically fit to be a vice president? And I heard people talking about Baka has not built anything in his home. What have he done for low faculty? In all of our presidents and thing, most of our presidents have come from the Southeast. Till now, we do not have a road that is connecting the Southeastern. So what's about those presidents that you have? What have you to say about it? But the Baka and Ellen leadership were able to connect roads to these various places that presidents that were in power that came from the Southeastern, they didn't build roads. The George Weah are talking about so much. What house that George Weah had in a house? Not a hut, before even a house that he had in Grand Crew. What do you say about that? The man was president. He was president for all Liberians. You know what I see about our Liberian people? They can push people to go and steal from government. The man is there to do a piece of job for the Liberia. He's not there to work for only Lofa County. The job that they did, they were working for the Liberian people. He was not there to work for the people of Lofa. And besides, how many houses can he alone live in? He has a house in Lofa. He has a house in Monrovia. Does he live in Lofa? He still has a place in Lofa that he goes and sleep. But he will be like Joshua that have built duplexes and built houses and just build houses all around them. They are very what they need in Liberia. They can't even get a good hospital. Then they talk all day about Joshua is a healthy man, like one of our colors said. If we're looking for strength, why Joshua is not capable now that they're complaining all day that the country is hard? That should be a strong man who could be lifting Liberia over his head, saying that was strength. Look there, we see in the duplexes. Can Joshua alone live in already duplexes? And he have 46, if I'm not mistaken. He said 46 or 48. And besides that, he have the Jamaica Reserve. Then he has a 9th Street unit, where as some of us, those that even talking for him can't even get a cup of rice to eat. Then they stay all day. Make the comparison. The man didn't have to go and steal from government and start building these luxurious place. Then we say, okay, yeah, he achieved something. The work that they did, the work for the Liberian people. And I think that's the most important thing. And she sat there, she's vice president. Her young boyfriend died. Yeah, what they call it, Mabutu. He's very young and energetic man. He died in position there. Why should she save him? Say he was young, he's supposed to live long. He will have lived long. We have Muna.
I think we're going deeper into.
Yeah, these people die young.
Yeah, but we
the old man is still living.
Yeah, we don't have to reply to those kinds of things going other places.
We have to let people know that death is
but
not
the
just
people,
the
point is the people that you're naming, they are not part of the political dispensation right now.
They were.
Yeah, but I understand, but they are not the one that are making these statements. Let's just
no, I am saying these are young people that are died.
Yeah, but when you bring this person, for example, Mabutu has relatives, and he's not the one that.
Mabutu what to her? Mabutu her boyfriend.
Yeah, okay. Well, even if that's the case, what I'm saying is let's just try to keep it to her. I think
I am only saying, I'm not just referring to, but I'm saying young people have died and the old man stay alive. I'm only referring to younger people that have died, unlike the old man.
Okay.
And those are young people that I can refer to.
All right.
So that's what my reference is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So they should stop saying the man can die, the man can die. Nobody has control over life. If we had control over life today, we could decide who should live and who to die. But up to date, we have no control over life. And I think when the time comes that Black guy can no longer make it, he will make it known by telling his supporters, I don't want you guys,
I
I'm just pressed. I just feel pressed to talk again. I mean, just Conto, really, what proof do you have that Mabutu Nyimpa was sleeping with the vice president?
Oh, you don't know that?
Let's leave that one. Let's leave that one. We're not here. No, those are not kind of comments.
They were living together.
And that's why, hold on, guys. Hold on. And that's why
they were living together.
That's not secret. Let's stay out of that. Yeah.
That's the thing about the Unity Party people. They will come out, or the supporters of Joseph Boakai. They will come out.
I thought you were going to say something. That's why
I thought you were going to say something. If you don't know that, if you don't know it, then you die living in Liberia.
Okay, all right, okay.
These people were living together.
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's try to keep this.
I just want to.
Let's keep the conversation. Let's keep the conversation civil. I know we have the right to make these points, but let us take people's name out of it. Let us don't touch those things. Those are something that I don't feel comfortable discussing. I tell you, we're going to talk about. Okay, but let's talk about the houses the picture that I'm showing right now.
Yeah. Let me comment about it, about the houses and stuff like that. First of all, Mr. Toll, George Weah was one of the former world best soccer players. George Weah came into office with money. Okay.
But that wasn't what number 9. That wasn't what was declared. That wasn't his declaration when he wanted to be senator. It didn't say that he was wealthy though.
Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead. No, I just want to point you out quick. So go ahead.
Okay. So let me make reference to some of the things I saw. I'm telling you, Aaron Problem. I went to George Weah House in New York. When I first came to this country, the very first place I went from the airport, that was Weah's house in Staten Island. I went to the house. It was a decent house. That was his first house. I went to his house in Long Island before we went to Jamaica to play Jamaica in 1998. I was not even in the States at the time. I went to his house in Miami. The team from Georgia went to Miami to play soccer, and he invited us to his house. Y'all man that had 3 decent houses in the United States, and they all paid for. And you telling me he came to government, bro?
Are you saying the statement he made, the access declaration he gave to the people of the Republic of Liberia during the time when he was seeking for the senatorial position was a false statement?
What did he say?
He said you want to have. I believe he said you want to have like $200 and some more $1,000. That's it.
But it's $200 and some more $1,000 small money.
Yeah, but that would not be able to build these mansions and build the other places.
So President Weah was senator for 6 years. Okay, and he came into government with $200 and something thousand.
So what was it? So the senator making $15,000 a month for 6 years.
Yeah, for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's forget about that.
Okay.
What he was doing with his 200.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll let you finish your point. Go ahead. Let us don't be going with questions.
I can't understand the fact that people say the man came to power, he started building houses. Are you serious? They even complain why the man went and remodeled his house on 9th Street. He's the president for the country, for God's sake.
Okay.
You want him to live, I mean, look.
Okay. All right.
We're talking about 46 places.
Okay. All right.
Discuss the issue.
All right. Okay.
Because they're not discussing the issue.
I can't change the color. I can't change the color.
Oh, but what an issue that he won for us to discuss. That was your vice president talking, and now
okay. Hold on, Kotu. Let him finish. I know you can hear him. Let him finish. Go ahead, Aaron. Then we can bring.
Who are talking about when we talk about government? We're not talking about strength. If our strength, Joshua, we're going to overperform. You know, speak. He fall to sleep. How can that man have a mental temperament to even read? And you said, I mean, the people just embarrassing Ambassador Waka every day. The man need to go and sit down and take care of his health.
Okay.
They make him even come outside.
Okay, thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much. All right, let me take this other caller. Kotu will come to you. Let me take this other caller. Alio Kone, make a comment, please. Make it brief.
Yeah, Mr. Two, this is my last time coming. You know, it's so funny. Probably the color, I don't know, IE number 9 or whatever.
One of the best players ever for IE.
He was the one managing Weah's property or Weah's personal account. So he knew everything that was in Weah's account. But this is a man who was senator. He couldn't pay his tax support. He lied on an oath that he was making only $1,000. And you say he was so rich before coming to power. He was rich. Yes, agreed. He was very rich before coming to power. But he couldn't build houses before becoming president. Until when he became president in 2009, he built all the property. This is a man who was living in a dilapidated house on 9th Street. He couldn't remodel his house. Only when he became the president, in less than 3 months, he decided to revamp that entire building. You say he was so rich. Come on, man.
Okay.
Don't listen to those people.
Okay.
We are inherently a corrupt criminal.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The right
We have
time
no
will discuss
evidence
here.
of that.
Thank
We
you.
have no evidence of that. But thank you. Thank you. Those are your opinion. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Caller 612 number. Make your point, and then Kotu can take us home.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. To. You see, just what the caller said is just clear. But Liberian people can see for themselves, you know. So the reacting to power, you never had nothing overnight. He paid the condominium. But that is not what I want to discuss. I want to look at many people say JMB never don't have a house in his hometown. That is not true. I lived between Foya and Bonjama for 2 years. And I went in JMB compound. JMB have a compound in Foya district where he from. JMB is a you know, he from Foya district. That's where the man from. The man is a Kisi man. So the man have a compound there, and Samaritan Press were renting the compound from JMB. All right. During the Ebola crisis, that compound saved thousands of lives because the Ebola started from Foya district. I was in Foya when the Ebola started in Liberia. And many people got jobs from, many people are working with Samaritan Press. They employ a lot of people in Foya district. So when people say JMB do not have nothing there and he have not done nothing for Liberia, I just listen, you know, I just look at it a lot because it's not true. JMB does have his own compound in Foya district. That is what I really wanted to correct. And like you said, it's not good to really attack the personality of the VP because you don't have full proof that the VP was loving to this person. All right? I don't really want to do it on that. But it is clear cut that the VP have a bad history or records does not appeal any positive thing.
Let's
so
you know
he's not in the position.
The thing is she's a lady, and I'm not comfortable. I'm not.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The ladies we can say bad thing about the people. Then they shouldn't say bad about us.
No,
you know?
no. I mean,
I'm not playing that card.
No, but
we should stop throwing the stool. I can't go and insult a man, then the man won't insult me, then they say that's a lady.
Okay,
No,
all right.
It's not fair.
Thank you, caller. Let's just leave it as that.
Let's be frank, you know.
We'll be back Monday. Let's move on, guys. Let's try to do this thing as peacefully. All right. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I don't want you. It's not that you don't have contribution to me, but I just want us to stay away from all kinds of topic, and because they will not help us.
Yeah,
let's try. Yeah, let's try to be civil in this. Okay.
You're right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's important.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, folks, Samson told LeBron Public Radio. There's a caller that we're calling here. If you call back, we might be able to take it. Most likely, you'll be the last caller while Kotu is taking us home. Kotu, go ahead and wrap it up for us, please.
Because you're making me holy on because a woman, I say everything a woman thinks.
No, it's not like that. It's not like
that's how it is. Politics
no,
is politics.
Kotu,
if you think a woman, I'm telling you myself very important. Every time you think I get back to you and we're talking, because that's politics.
Yeah,
you can't be important. You say you take the man and insult the man, then you say they shouldn't get back to you. Then they say that woman. That's not fair.
No, I understand that. I understand
that's not fair.
But the thing is, on this platform, what we try to do is to discuss issues. Let us try to stay away from personality.
But the thing is, that's not personality. That's the issue that was brought forth. That's on her speech.
Okay.
If I had gone into other thing other than what she said, then of course. But I'm talking about what we discussed.
Go ahead and wrap it up for us. Let's wrap that one. Go ahead and wrap it up for us. We'll be back again. Go ahead and wrap it up for us. What will be your
for those of the people that I say that JB is not fit. The president say it's not like showing strength or iron you have to eat. It's a matter of using your wisdom, your knowledge that you are acquired to get to people that are, acquainted, that you can get acquainted to bring development into your country. And I think with his vast experience, he can be able to get into contact with these people to bring development into Liberia. That's the most important thing. It's not like a strength thing that we think that they are discussing that the man should be young enough. For some of us who have...
Can you take this last caller, please? we'll give you at least 2 more minutes, please. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, what's your name? And you will be the last caller. What's your name, where you're calling from, or what's on your mind, sir? Man.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. What's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind?
Hi, I'm calling from Canada.
Okay.
My name is Ansu.
Oh, Ansu, good evening. Thank you very much. Go ahead and make your point, but make it brief because we're already closing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The only thing what I want to say, I think it better we should get Jawia type in Liberia more than 100 times.
Jawia what?
Is still something.
Joshua what?
We should get his type in Liberia. Jawia type. It will get it planted in Liberia. The country will be all right. It will be stable because when you get property somewhere, you don't let to destroy that property. But other people that been planning evil for that country, they don't have property there. That's the reason why they plan evil. And we should be happy with President Weah. If he stole that money, he built no property. Tomorrow, the other government that will come into power, they will order things. Then they will take it from him. But other people that stole billions of dollars, they carry all of the country, will not get access to it. So, that's my own little thing they are just throwing in a jackpot there. Thank you.
Thank you. You'll be the last caller. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we're not taking any more calls because we're closing. Go ahead, Country, just wrap it for us. I'm sorry about that, but this guy was calling. I just wanted him to be the last one. Go ahead, my sister. Go ahead. You're muted, or you're muted. You're muted, Country. You're muted.
Oh, yeah, sorry for that. My major concern is what can the president bring, on the table as a president when he becomes president, and I think that's what we should be looking at. People saying that he been in government for 42 years. Okay, I don't want to agree that it's 42 years, but let's agree that it is true that 42 years that he spent in power. So it means he has some experience that we can tap into. And sometimes I sit and want to look at people, from the old age where some of the things that they were telling us are that we didn't listen to. Today we are seeing that these things that we did not listen to, today we are feeling the pinch of all of these things. So let's listen to what you have. And having been a vice president of Ellen, I want to believe that there are a lot of things that Ellen should have done that they did not achieve. And he could be the best person to tap into this on development, or on development that may have occurred to bring development into our country. I still believe in him, and I don't think anybody else can do it better than him. I'm not saying nobody else can develop Liberia, but I'm thinking that he can do it better than any of our politicians we have now. And looking at his record, not being serving in government for this long time, I have not heard of one corrupt act against him. And that's some of the things really that I track into him, because we have had most of our leaders been pulled into corruption and being pulled into killings and things. They have a lot of stigma on many of our leaders. And having known him for this long term and having heard any negative thing about him, except that somebody want to sit there and play some light politics like what the VP did, but which is nothing to me for me to discourage, from boycott. So I think let's look at what he can bring to the table. I wish some of my old people, were here today. That's some of the things they wanted us to have done and we could not do. And I think, some of us would be, if some of them had the opportunity to deal with older folks, today they will be appreciating what to get from boycott today. Because I think there is something that he has that we can tap into and develop our country. There's a man who doesn't have a longer term to be in power, like they tell me. The man was soon die, the man was soon die. Okay, then let's try him and see. At least I'm trying somebody who I haven't heard of being corrupt so that I will regret. There's not a man who's going to start womanizing, or there's not a man who's going to start stealing to build wealth, or there's not a man who is not sound-minded. Those who have been questionable if I had, problem with his character. But because of that, I don't see any of this against him. That's why for me, I believe in him. I think he can do better than all of the candidates. So I want to say thank you for this day. I know we are down 5 spent.
Yeah.
By
Okay.
10. So I want to say thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Kotu. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And we really appreciate it. Every time we have show, you always, even if you're not in studio, you're always calling and making a contribution. Thank you very much. And we also, we enjoy having you here. We really enjoy interaction with you. We enjoy having the conversation. So thank you very much for your contribution again tonight. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, folks.
Okay. Good night, Mr. Thor.
Thank you. Good night, ma'am. Good night. Say good night to the family as well. All right, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. We're going to bring this show to our end here. We do these things here not because we're being hateful or not because we don't want people to talk about whatever they want to talk about, but there are certain platforms, LIBERIA Public is one of those, where we only want to deal with issues. So sometimes you say, yeah, but issues are connected with personality. People will come and those issues you want to discuss, they will wrap within those issue personality. That's fine. But that should give us, those of us that have the ability to compartmentalize things, and we should be able to separate a personality and personal issue from the politics and political issue of Liberia. There's so many of them. But we cannot and we should not go into personal issue. And secondly, for me, having conversation that my belief and my perspective that seem to be demeaning to women, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that. So if the women are involved in politics and they're insulting men and men want, but you can't do it here. If you want to do that, you can have your own, go somewhere else where they're comfortable with it, you can do that. But here, if a woman insult a man and you want to defend the man and you want to go gutter with that, we will try to respectfully persuade you to deviate from that, and then we stay on message, which is intellectual conversation. I'm not saying that women are right to insult men. That's not my point. And I'm not saying you're wrong to defend the men and want to go gutter, but it's just we're just not comfortable with that. So anyhow, it's Friday evening. Let's continue to pray for one another. Those of you that will be going out again tonight, it's Friday, you're entitled to it, but please do not drink and drive, because we'd love to have you here come Monday, where I will have Mr. Prince Double. Prince Double will be here. Prince Double has his own show called Prince Double Show, but he's mainly focused on all things Jida community. And Grand Jida County Association in the Americas have an election here this coming weekend, and we want to discuss that because there were some issues that were brought into light, and we want to discuss it. But I wasn't there, and I want to Prince Johnson because he's been with this issue from day one, as far as I'm concerned. So perhaps he's much more knowledgeable, and I want to be educated on that. And I'm going to invite him here Monday, where he'll be able to take some time and tell us what are some of his memory and some of the things he knows about, and we'll go from there. On Tuesday, though, we'll go on the engineering side. I will invite, I'm hoping to invite the president of the Liberian Engineering Society, Mr. Dalito, no relationship, by the way, but he's a very young, smart young engineer in Liberia, president of the Liberian Engineering Society. I will bring him on here and we'll have a conversation. Times why I don't know yet for sure what time. Did I say Tuesday? Okay, Tuesday. So if I bring him on Tuesday, we're gonna have to do it very early, in maybe by 2:30 my time, which will be 5:30 Eastern time, so that we'll be able to have, so he will have time over there as well in Liberia. To be able to have a conversation, which is going to be late over there anyway. So if not, we'll find me and find other means to deal with that. Other than that, I will say thank you very much. Mr. So will be back. Thank God we were able to fix our stuff, and I think I'm audible enough, and we had a beautiful show. And thank you guys. All of you that called in and participated, we want to thank you. Those that call in and we weren't able to discuss some of the things you wanted to discuss. I also want to thank you for your patience, and I also want to thank you for your understanding that here on this platform, there are certain issues, not they are taboo, but there are certain issues that we thought are not quite suitable for this platform. And thank you for understanding that we're not trying to cut you off, or we're not trying to try to control your train of thought, or try to control your message, or what have you. We're just begging you and asking you to please consider the platform that you're on, and consider the intellectual platform that you're on. And there are certain topics that perhaps we thought we were not comfortable with it, to be honest with you. Not that it cannot be discussed, but we're just not comfortable to do that at this time. But thank you for your understanding. And I will say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time Friday evening. Oh, I know I want to say something here. This is a Rolex watch. My Marine son bought this for me. He bought this. And another thing, I'm certified now. But when he brought it first, he gave me the price. I look at the price tag. I'm saying, what? Are you serious? Then I told him, I said, no, that's my son. Are you giving me the one? Then he gave me, how do you call it? What's it? Shrimp or lobster. So he said, but then I get you. I said, yeah, but give me lobster. So he brought lobster. Now I'm certified. Rolex watch, yeah, good, everything, a lot of expensive, very expensive, but I want lobster and some shrimp. I ate those things. I'm okay. No, but I want to thank you. I want to thank God for him as well. And let's continue to pray for each other. I will say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. Let's do it again. Mr. So will be back on Sunday, and definitely I will be here on Monday as well. Good night, folks.
L'Amérique a pas loupé yo. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique a pas loupé. T'as bien de moi avec moi nous deux. On se m'a pris. On va battre au moins né ou. On t'a dit t'as mon mouillé. On s'est battu pour moi dit pro. Tu vois? Là loupé yo. Quand on soit du là. Allez. Awaile. Battu au là. Yao, abela lokeyo, mi vito jogbai, mi vito inoba, matis mo peyo. Manager Gigi, ouais peut jamais forcer ou, si tu connais. L'animateur Choco Inoska Yasin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour mi vito, Aniche les vieux. Bolo Diolo. Ne moi, conseil c'est moi, dis-moi. Attends, nous yon bébé, pété y'a mon temps à nous bâtio. Mon bébé, yo, lo gagné. Adieu, oh, t'as yon saman de tout, y'a pas yon. Oh, oh,